Hi there, welcome to TCG Scarab, and today we're really going to be talking about where I want this game to be, Legends, the trading card game, what I want out of it, and where am I now into where I want to be shortly. As you can see, I actually do have on screen. This is the new card, like frame itself, and I'm still working on this game and it just takes me a while to do stuff because I am busy. Unfortunately. Well, this game has always just been passion project. I probably say that damn near every video. Uh, but when I say I really do mean this, this is down on my own time, the game I want to feel like what I feel like making. And there is I do have like an alpha of this deck already started, and that's going to be in the link below to the game crafter. But everything I do, this is made for love and for fun. And if y'all like my product, thank you so much for supporting it. It would mean a lot to me. This has always been for fun. And where I want to take this game is once I have, it made, I want to try to get like a little community. I'd be eternally grateful if I could. But I do want to like make all these like special card arts and like cards for people. I want this game to feel unique where you can just be like, okay, so can I get like a card that does so and so and so, and I take that in consideration and see what I can produce. Because it's I love just making a card game that people would want to play, and that's just something I would absolutely love. And it's something that I would like to see happen, and I don't really reasonably see it happening anytime soon, mostly because I don't get a lot of views at this point, and I really do hope to have booster packs out by February, at least end of February is my goal, and it's looking like a pretty real deadline, honestly, right now. But I do end up wanting to be there, and I need to start uploading more. And this is probably just a little way for me to actually do it. I'm going to go ahead and just start doodling a little bit. This means absolutely nothing. But I do want to end up having a little time. I do want to end up devoting more time to upload on this channel, whether it's like other trading card content or this game. I do want to see more people, and I do want to get a Discord eventually, like where people can be like, "Hey, how's the game? Here's how it's going." Like for future sets, because I'm always like super open to share with like where I am, and I just like absolutely love making this, and the more people I see like ask me about it, it keeps motivating me to make stuff. And I do stuff outside of work, and I'm a little bit of a workaholic, honestly. Um, bonk. Yeah, so I'm a little bit of a workaholic, and I do not have a lot of energy to do things I would like to do, but I do have the energy to do this. It's one of the things. I do want to take this, and after I do have ideas for the second set, mechanically speaking as well, because I didn't include everything I wanted to in this first set because I'm afraid of making things too complicated for myself. But as I started to get like a handle of what like where I want this game to go, because I've already have all the cards that I'm going to be doing for the set designed. It's a matter of getting it into the frames and into like actually putting it on the game crafter and my personal time. And I feel like that's where a lot of the bottlenecking for this process is going to take place. But I do have a lot of I do have a lot of ideas where I want to go and how a lot of things have come far. Because originally I didn't have the counter system on my legends, and I didn't think I was either. And then I started playing around and realized that, okay, this is just too underwhelming for it to do anything. What am I going to do? So I had the counters, and that felt a lot healthier. And then I ran out of counters, and I'm just like, okay, so their power is either super all at once or just like non-existent. So what I'm doing is I'm messing around with a lot of legends that have counters that they get more counters over time and they have bigger abilities that they can't do every turn because of it. But I think that's a lot more fair, as well as add cards that give them counters. And I'm definitely making like a rules breakdown video of like where I want all the mechanics and stuff. And one of the things that I have decided on is I'm adding an extra deck. And for right now, I'm only adding trinkets, which are side cards that allow you to. It's almost like it's not necessarily legend itself, but like added effects that you can have passively, as well as sometimes an ability to like sacrifice it and then get stuff out of it. It's almost like your tool belt for situations is what I want this trinkets to be, as well as minion cards, which if you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, they're going to work kind of similarly to planeswalkers, except that you're going to be getting your fuel source from the counters that your legend has, either produces or because next set and one card out of this set will be actually be able to make counters, unlike the other ones, which is going to make the one card that does it a little bit more powerful, in my opinion. But majority of the cards is going to be able to produce counters. So we'll see how that goes. And I might just make it passively, but if passively all legends gain counters, the early game, the first set of legends I feel like are going to be too strong, but that's beside the point. With how I want the cards to go, the minion cards will be able to take counters from your legends that you have and be able to fuel their abilities with it. And so it's almost like having a second playable legend card. But they can actually be destroyed as soon as they have 0 counters. So if you don't have any counters on your legend, it goes away instantly, and there's like no point in playing a minion card. And I do want to introduce one extra mechanic, which is called quests. And what I want quests to do is when you play a quest, it goes on the field very similarly to the minion cards, and it goes in your main play area. But when you do have the main play area, you're going to be limited one. But if you complete the quest, you end up getting a big reward because of it. So I haven't designed any quests right now set in stone, but a good one would be like we can call one like hidden treasure or something. If you manage to draw 5 cards, draw 5 more cards or something along those lines. That would be a really good example of what I mean. Once you complete the requirements, and it doesn't all have to be in one turn, it could be spread out over turns, but once you have completed the requirements and you get the bonus, the card will fade away, unlike the other effect cards. Effect cards will stay on the field until they're just done, but quest cards, as soon as you finish it, you don't even have to worry about it anymore. It goes away instantly because it takes up space while you're doing the quest. And I feel like it's a really good trade-off. Minions and quests are going to go into the main play area, but trinkets will not. And you can destroy quests. Cards that allow you to destroy cards will be able to destroy minions, trinkets, and quests. And I do want to try to make more destroy cards prevalent right now, because that's I feel like removing cards, those kind of cards will be too easy because removal is already in the game, and some really, I find, staple cards that I put into the starter deck. And that's just it's such a good mechanic, but I want to use destroy. I feel like giving destroy too much will actually make frost and freeze worse as cards, because they are there just to stop you from playing a card for the turn. But that's neither here nor there that we're balancing. That's my own personal choice. I do want to try to make a mechanic for every playstyle, as well as I do want to end up having 2-player games where you can have 2v2, or you can have a whole bunch of people, and it play a little differently. And I do have an idea for rules for that, but that will be later, I suppose. And hopefully I can get a video of like a whole bunch of that. Anyways, I would love to get like a really big like multiplayer game going, but it's whatever. Um, yeah, so I I do have ideas where this want to go, and I want to make a Discord, and I've been using my buddy's Discord to talk about the game, and because I'm helping him with his streaming such. If you see me play with Rectus, he does stream a lot, and I do help him out, and he's one of my buddies. I'd go, you know, you can check in my other ones. I'm not going to plug him here because that's not really the point. But it's I've been using his platform on his Discord to help me just talk about my game and such. And I do want to get my own Discord eventually, to where I can be like, hey, here's where I am. Hey, if anyone has any questions, want to chill, or hey, Judge, I need help. How does this card interact with this? That would be phenomenal. But Chaos Galaxy has a player fan base, and I know it took him a long time, and I just want to be like, I love that aspect of like playing card games, is where like I love the interactions and the playing and like, oh, I need help. How does this interact with that? I love doing that kind of stuff. And I understand that is a very long, long journey ahead of me, but I really need to keep this up. But I'm uploading this because here's where I am. I'm about a month away, maybe 2 months away from having this card game come out. And this is just my little rant about how I feel and what I'm doing. And if there's any questions about my absolute garbage nonsense, let me know. And hopefully, I'll be putting out a rules video here shortly. I'm going to try doing these a little bit more about like, here's where I am, updates, and things of such nature. So I feel like that would help out quite a little bit. So, alrighty then. I'm going to go ahead and just end this video for right now. And I will talk to y'all later. And hopefully I'll be sending out a rules video more specifically and getting things going.